nah, y'all tweet. Hello, hello, hello. Where is? Oh, there it is. Okay, nice. Hey, we live, Reed. Shout out everybody in the building. Welcome to Restless Wrestling. As you already know, I'm here. Reek is here. Another Saturday morning. It is 10:14 in North Carolina. The sun is shining. It's been raining for like 3 days. I remember when Reek. I remember
Damn.
when it was snowing, and where you was at for like 2 weeks. So
No, for like 2 months for
damn, 2 months. You was in a blizzard for
yes,
real the
bro.
whole time. How you
Yes,
living there, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Had to say goodbye to my kids this past week, so that was a little rough. So I had struggled for a couple of days, but all in all, it was a good week. Shout out to my fifth graders for graduating, going on to sixth
Right.
grade. Shout out to all of my kids at my school, but definitely was a couple of rough days there, but um, we still gonna see them. We're gonna find ways. So uh, we're gonna thrive regardless. But how about you, brother?
I'm doing well, bro. I honest to God been chilling. I've been chilling, collecting my mental. As y'all know, man, you got to keep your mental health straight. Shout out to all the dudes out there keeping it pushing. And shout out to all the families that has lost a man in their life and continuing to spread good mental health awareness. That's really all that I've been about here recently. Just trying to keep my cool before my life takes its next step. But that's it for me. We got some wrestling to talk about. I'm taking next step in my life. WWE trying to take some steps, but I think they taking a step back. We got some hot takes coming up live right here in the flesh. And we know y'all know me and Reek. We love this. We love these things. We love to get the people going. We love to be rapping. So, Reek, recent report states that Jay Uso, they made a decision to drop his title off him to give it to Gunther in reports to have Goldberg's last match at the Saturday night main event set to be in Atlanta, which is the same weekend as Evolution and NXT's
The Great
which
American Bash.
Great American Bash. I'm about to say because that's also going in. I'm not gonna cap NXT. Y'all are beat because I'm probably not gonna catch y'all. I'll probably be watching All In. No cap.
I'm for sure watching all of them.
I'm I'm not gonna lie. I will be watching All In. I gotta see what's going on with Mox and Hangman. I think it's gonna be madness. But that's for something else. You know what I'm saying? As far as Goldberg, how you feeling about this? Like what you thinking? You want this? Is this heat? Is this gonna cook?
No,
Or
not at all. Like, as a guy that has been advocated for Gunther for the last, I don't know, however long we've been on this, probably
let's
six,
keep it a
7, eight
stack. Let's
months.
let's keep it a stack. You've been rocking with Guy for a minute. Like you said, you didn't want Cena to take the belt off him. You didn't want Jay taking the belt off him. We can't deny, we can't deny your love for the ring general. We can't. We can't.
Yeah, I mean, even all the way back to NXT UK, but like, if you're giving him the belt back, okay, give him the belt back. But to give him the belt back simply for this match against Goldberg, like, it's 2025. People didn't want this in 2020. So why 5 years later would this be the right decision to make? 5 years ago, when he beat the Fiend, everybody was mad. When Braun Strowman beat him, it was like, bro, we didn't need Braun Strowman to be the guy to beat him. Um, Even when they was talking about Roman and Goldberg, nobody wanted that either. Like, nobody asked for any of these matches. And now you're 5 years down the line and you're putting Goldberg, who almost killed Undertaker for keeping it a buck, drop dude on his head. We're gonna put them in the ring with arguably the best wrestler in the world, and think that that's like something that people are just gonna be, oh my god, I can't believe we get to see Gunther versus Goldberg. Literally, no one ever asked for that. Like,
Right.
of all the dream matches, that would have been the last one to come up because no one puts Goldberg in dream matches unless it's like Prime Goldberg versus Stone Cold or something. Like, and that's been a long, long time since that happened. So it's just
Yeah.
weird. I think they're booking themselves into multiple corners. Like, if you didn't plan on having Jay have the belt for a while, there was no real reason to have Gunther tap out one or to have him
Yeah.
lose at all. So I think they wanted Jay to have the moment, but they didn't have a plan for what they would do once he got the belt. I think they tried to make it seem like, oh, he just stretched himself too thin. He's not used to being a champion, so he ended up losing because he was trying to help Cody and trying to help Sammy and trying to help all these other people, trying to help Jimmy. It's like, oh, he wasn't focused on Gunther, so Gunther got him. And it's like, I guess, but like the whole build up to WrestleMania was that he was more focused than he's ever been. So why would he be less focused once he won the shit?
Right.
Like,
And I don't think that's a crazy take, honest to God. Like, I really don't. I mean, bro, I just don't like the fact that y'all really use. I mean, I feel like y'all use Jay at the end of the day. Like, I mean, Jay got his moment, but I mean, all the accusations that he was facing on Twitter saying he wasn't gonna be a good champ, all that, but y'all kind of established him like those buzzings. Like him making Gunther tap out, y'all saying it don't make sense, it don't make sense. You had perfect time to capitalize why it makes sense, and then you just turn around and had bro lose in front of his son off rip on TV, and we knew he was gonna lose. Shout out to my boy Kyle. Shout out to my boy Kyle. I work with Kyle. We've been friends for a long time. Reek, this is the guy you played GMO with.
yeah.
He was saying how he felt like he knew that Jay was gonna lose when Cody was like, "Yeah, give it up for Jay Uso." Like he got a match. Like it was on SmackDown, so he's like, or after Money in the Bank, he was like, "Yeah, he got the match. This is your world heavyweight champion." Like Kyle said, he was looking at the screen like, "Bro, he the world heavyweight champion. He don't need you to like, you know what I'm saying." So he felt like he was gonna lose off that more. The way I felt was I didn't really peep that. I didn't really catch at that time. But at the same time, it makes sense, bro. Why would y'all have him do all that? Why did y'all have him in multiple storylines? Why did y'all did back him in the corner? And for the first time, I ain't gonna say I agree with Rikishi fully, but like at the for the first time, I was like, okay, I see why he mad. I do. Now this ain't about Jay though. As far as Gunther, thunder up. I'm weak on God though. Shout out SGA. Shout out them boys. No cap. I did say now, just off topic. I did say Thunder and 6. I'm not gonna sit here and cap like I'm not a Haliban. I mean, am I? I'm not even a. I mean, Halliburton fan. I love Halliburton.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. But I might be allowed to say that. I don't know. Shout out to you though, bot. Hope you doing well, bro. As far as Goldberg though, not trying to see that, bro. Even whenever he was on the Raw and he was talking about Gunther might be next on his little Twitter or whatever, not trying to see that, bro. We don't really care who next. We hoping what's next for you is retirement.
Literally. Thought you
I
already
don't
did.
really care. I don't really care about it, bro. Like this would have been cool in like 2008. Like if you would have came up here and tried to spear Bobby Lashley or something like that or something cool.
Right.
But I don't want this now, bro. Gunther, like, and then y'all about to do the same thing y'all did the first reign with Gunther. This is really what it's about to be. So we don't want to see that, bro. We don't want to see that.
Yeah. That's one of my questions. Just like how many rings have been wasted by WWE?
That's my next question to you, Reek. Actually, is at what point does nostalgia hurt the new stars in WWE? Like now, I have two perspectives on this. I feel like if Liv beats Nikki Bella, I think this is cool. Like I think the feud that they about to have is gonna be cool. Like it's gonna be a little banger. Mainly because Liv is doing the best work of her life. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like that's a perfect person to pick Nikki Bella to come back to. But you have to let Liv win. You have to let Liv win. I feel like there's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Liv in two stories. She's a heel in one story and a face in another story.
Yeah.
That's elite work. I mean, maybe she loses to Nikki Bella, but wins the war with the Judgment Day. Who knows? But I think that's the right way you go about it. The Gunther Goldberg scenario, that's holding Gunther back. Bro, this
like
man.
We didn't even ask for Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee moved way better than Goldberg today.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we got Pat, Jay, and Goldberg. We finna have Pat, Jay, and Goldberg back to back to back. Like, y'all just could have gave me Ilya, bro. All for real.
And then they put Jay right in the King of the Ring tournament.
And then turn around and put Jay in the King of the Ring. That was crazy.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Bro, didn't even give my man's time off, bro.
No.
Straight back into it.
And against 3 big months, like Bronson Reed, Sheamus, and Rusev. Come on, bro. Like, and then if you win that, so I'm assuming he gonna win, and it's gonna
Right.
be Cody versus him, and then Sammy versus Randy, and then either way, it's some kind of weird story of like, oh, they're friends or they're brothers, but now they got to beat each other to
I
try to beat
really
John Cena.
think, to be honest, I truthfully believe that I think the finals may be Sammy versus Jay, and I think Sammy might win. I think that's the direction we might be going for. Unless we get Sammy versus Orton or something, or we get Orton versus Cody, which might be a possibility.
I think they
Either
go
way,
Cody. I think they go Cody Orton to try to prolong Cody from getting to the championship.
that's also true. Because he's not gonna. I think he's gonna win it back in December. I think he's gonna be like. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win it back in December or he'll be the. I don't know what they're doing with Cena, bro. Like, I don't know.
Because who's getting the SummerSlam match is the question, because they've done Randy already. They're about to do CM Punk
That's
at
why
the end
I
of the
thought.
month. So it's like, so then what's SummerSlam? Because
Really,
they're doing Truth on Friday. So it's like,
right. I
they
thought
just
it would have
throwing
been
a bunch of shit
perfect
together.
if Punk would have came out there and been like, you know what? In the past, I would have chased you to Saudi, but now I'm not chasing you to Saudi. Everybody want the truth, and then he would have handed it to R-Truth. I would have been like, oh, that's dope.
Yep.
That's fire. And then Punk would have got the SummerSlam match.
Yep.
Vibes would have been perfect. That's your main event right there. We would have been cool and hello. But instead, I don't know what direction we're going. Like, Punk is already trying to turn Cena back. Cena is kind of not going for it right now. It's awkward. I think it's jumbled, bro. I think it's jumbled right now. But we gonna talk about a little bit more of that later. We gotta skip over to we got more hot takes to cover a little bit. We're gonna touch back on the King of the Ring. But for now, let's talk about LA Knight a little bit, bro. Like, LA Knight, yeah, y'all know him. Everybody knows and loves him. Honestly, I'm loving him more. He last night, not gonna lie, my brother was in his bag last night. He was in his little Duffy. It ain't a big bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people got Pradas, some people got Louis V's, some people got Chanel's, you know what I'm saying? Different bags. Okay. His bag ain't Aleister Black. You know what I'm saying? LA Knight got a little purse right now. He trying to get to a Birkin. But at least he trying to get to that Birkin. But WWE, what we doing with him right now? Like, same thing for Carmelo Hayes. Not exactly the same, but
Andrade too.
Yeah, Andrade went out sad last night, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. He went out sad, bro. He went out sad. Andrade might be cooked. And this is the second time with him.
Yep.
So he might be cooked.
I think they like the idea of having certain guys that they like the idea of having Carmelo, of having LA Knight, of having Andrade, of having Aleister Black, but they're never gonna give them the opportunity to be pushed past guys like Cody, Randy, Jay, Sammy. It's like, if you put them on the same level, if you put Aleister Black in the ring with Sammy, I feel like Aleister Black is the better competitor in that. It's not like clear as day, like Aleister Black is better, like Aleister Black will win. But I feel like when you really think about like the best Aleister Black we've ever seen and the best Sami Zayn we've seen, that match was slapped, by the way. But like, you gotta get these guys that are certified mid card or whatever, or like are in that, like, mid card could be main event. Like, you have to push them to where they feel legitimate, whatever match they're in. Like, we can't have guys like, oh yeah, we know they're about to lose this shit. Like, last night was a clear example of it don't matter what you do, because Cody and Randy said they want Cena. Instead of being able to, like, are we gonna pretend like Cody and Cena can't just go to the ring and say, hey, I want a championship match, and then they can just do it?
Right.
Do they really need to go through it? Like, why are the main guys in the King of the Ring, like the King of the Ring should be be for guys like LA Knight, be for guys like Andrade, Mello, like, because at the end of the day, it's more of a gimmick tournament than a get a championship tournament. Because can you imagine King LA Knight? He's
That's
talking
what I was.
crazy to everybody. He's actually gonna walk around with the crowd. Melo would have actually walked around with the crowd. Aleister Black could have made it a spooky king something.
You know
King Andrade.
Andrade gonna take that thing off right there
Come
on his
on.
little mask. You know how he
Come
get down.
on, man. Like
But that
there's so many
see,
opportunities that they just give up on.
we kind of done blew up the whole hot take segment a little bit because like I got it all integrated anyway because the next topics was King of the Ring. Literally you already spotted it. I said it's time to retire the crown gimmick. Should the King of the Ring really like it's not a career launcher anymore, bro. Like Stone Cold won that John, Booker T won that John, Triple H won that John. They skyrocketed it from that.
Even William Regal used it and became King Regal,
bro.
And that was his gimmick for a
I
while.
I literally thought that was him in general. So like, but at that point we was kids, right? So when William Regal really won it and was sporting that, I really just thought that was his gimmick, but like he was just that was it. So, you couldn't even ask me how Regal was back in the ring back in the day, bro. Like I would probably tell you if you asked kid me, I would have been like, he's a bad guy and he's British and he's a king. I literally would have said that. No cap. I literally would have said that. Shout out Regal though, legend in the business. Ace, big Ace. Shout out my dog. Talking some WWE at the moment. I don't know what's going on with the King of the Ring. I was upset because I literally texted y'all. Like I said, y'all, we not just co-hosts. We not just, you know what I'm saying? We actually be texting and watching these Jones. I was texting Rick in excitement, bro. Melo might steal it because it was a perfect moment.
Yeah.
And then Randy slid in there, RKO my boy, and took the dub. I don't know. I feel like the Carmelo Hayes King of the Ring would have went crazy. And even in years past, like last year, Gunther won the King of the Ring.
Yeah, he beat Randy.
I just felt like that's like, I mean, Gunther, like, bro, like that fits him.
Yeah, it does.
But it didn't really translate, bro. We knew he was destined for a championship later that year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we already knew what it was with him. And
yeah,
Randy last year, it could have made sense for Randy last year because he returned. Like, that was his return. It could have made sense, but even still, it's Randy Orton.
But what happened to just like number one contenders matches?
What I don't know what happened to number one contenders matches. I don't know what happened to rematch clause matches. Like
tournaments, just tournaments to get to the championship or tournaments for the championship. Like
I don't remember what happened.
Just gone, just disappeared. It's not a thing.
And this is what we were talking about with Money in the Bank. Like, I don't know why it's its own little thing now, bro. Like, it used to be a part of something. Like, everything used to be a part of something. Now it's just kind of like its own thing. And it's like, bro, everything doesn't have to be its own thing. The King of the Ring tournament was always its own thing, but it usually led to something like bigger. Like, at least the character was big. Yeah. It might not even have been a championship. It was just the character got big.
Or all the matches were in one night, or for the most part. Like, the first round was it, but then the semifinals and the finals was all in one night. So
yeah,
it felt like it was the King of the Ring like show. Like, literally. It was King of the Ring. And it was like, oh, it's only about the King of the Ring tonight. Like, everything else don't really matter. And it wasn't like, oh, whoever wins this, they next up for the championship. Like, no, in the future, they'll eventually be the champion because that's what this King of the Ring means.
Right. Literally.
But it ain't that no more.
Now it's just gonna lead up to
put your main guys in there and give them a way to push. It really is just becoming a money thing. That's really all it is. They're putting Cody and Randy's in there and Jay's in there for the money because they don't think they can sell Carmelo, Andrade, Aleister Black. And again, that's on them being lazy. That's not the fact. It's not that those dudes ain't talented enough because they are. They're just too lazy to put the effort in or to give them the opportunity to get over enough. And then when you have guys like LA Knight that do get over, he got over on his own.
Right.
And they don't really like that. Like, they don't like people that are able to go out there and be like, oh, damn it. The crowd really rock on him. It ain't really about what we did or what we helped him do. No, he just got over. Like, It's really the same thing with Jay, but they've been calling him main event Jay Uso for so long, so it feels like, oh, yeah, it is because, or like this was planned. So it's like, okay, this is different. But LA Knight, they weren't planning on him being as over as he was or as he is.
And that's crazy, bro. Like, I mean, okay, so another good point is, okay, if LA Knight was to win the Royal Rumble, yes, in theory, I would shut the hell up. But what y'all got to realize is that is so far down the line. I'm tired of doing that, bro. Like, I'm tired of
Yeah.
being like, okay, maybe they'll win this. I've done it with Melo
Hmm.
for at least a year now. Maybe he'll do
Yep.
this. Maybe he'll do
Yep.
this. And it's like, nope, nope, nope. I'm starting to do it with Javon now. Every time Javon in a big match, I'm like, maybe Javon will win. And Javon gets big pops, big spots, big moments, don't win. I'm tired of doing it, bro. So as of now, I'm tired of it. Like LA Knight, by this point, should have been a world champion, bro. Regardless if we felt like he was tough in the ring, regardless if we felt like, bro, he has been consistently over for at
Yeah.
least 2 years. Like, I'm
Yeah.
thinking his heel turn was 2 years ago, or face turn was 2 years
Damn near
ago,
as soon as they
3 years ago.
damn near as soon as they changed his name back. They
Pretty
changed his
much.
name back. He went back to LA Knight and it was boom, pops. And it just got louder and louder each week. It
So
took
I
a while to
don't.
give him a
I
belt.
don't
Then when they finally gave him a belt, they didn't really do much with his reign. They just threw him in stuff. They even threw him in an entirely different feud for their
right.
game 7. It's like, what are we doing?
Last statement, Reek. Last statement. Go. Is nostalgia hurting the future or not? What do you think?
Yes, 100%. And I don't necessarily mean just like the Goldbergs or the Nikki Bellas. Like, yes, they are a huge part of that. But I feel like even when it comes to like the Randy Ortons, the Cenas, they feel like they have to do this because they don't think they can build up the other guy. And it's not necessarily nostalgia with guys like Roman, Seth, Cody. Um, it kind of is with Punk, but it's like you're basing everything on the same 6 to 7 guys.
Right.
So that, what are you gonna do in December when John Cena does actually retire? Because I'm willing to bet he comes back at some point.
I honestly, that would be crazy. He might. I feel like this isn't in December for some reason because I feel like he's having a lot of fun doing what he's doing right now. Who
Hmm.
knows though? I could be wrong.
He
Before we
might take
move
like a
on,
break. He might not. It might
right,
not be for another year or so, but he's gonna come back.
right. He might stand on
I'd
business.
be shocked if
We
he
don't
don't.
know. We don't know. My last statement is also yes. He is hurting the future. Nostalgia is hurting the future. I feel like a prime example for that was, and I'm gonna throw it back a little bit. Um, I'm gonna throw it back. Some people may have thought it was good for the story, but when Triple H turned heel on Seth Rollins when Kevin Owens first won the belt, whenever like the authority kind of thing was still popping off, I felt like it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't needed. Let's think about that triple threat: Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. It wasn't needed. I feel like back then they used to always kind of throw themselves in
Yep.
the story. Legends have always been involved in some capacity. Let's take it back even further. Kevin Nash,
Yeah.
CM Punk. There was no reason for that.
At
no,
all, bro.
no reason
That
for
was
that.
that
Right.
was so dumb.
So we've seen it for history and time and time and
Yeah.
time. I don't know when we're gonna put a stop to it. So if you at home listening to me and Reek, we both agree nostalgia is hurting the future, gang. It really
Yeah.
is. Speaking of
And I
nostalgia,
can't even say that because I just got on AEW for it. So we got to keep it a buck with WWE too. Like I was just on AEW head about pushing their old guys too much. Them old guys, I ain't seen Cope or Christian. I mean, Christian been on the side with like Nick Wayne and stuff. That's perfect. Keep him on the side, do
stay
their little
over there.
story, whatever. But being in
Yeah,
main events and being at the top of the card, we're good on that. Good on
we
it.
cool. We cool. Speaking of nostalgia, this is positive nostalgia for me, man. Y'all know me, big CM Punk guy. Like, really love John Cena. Also, hometown guy, R-Truth. We all in the mix. This is a good type of nostalgia. It is also ruining the future as well. I do want to say I'm on both sides of the coin because in 2025, all three of these guys, we really don't need it. We really don't need it. But for our childhood, the inner child, we'll take it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Um, so Reek, I have to start off and ask you: are you liking everything that's going on with the three? Is it lit? Is it turned? Is it everything that you expected of a face to face between CM Punk and John Cena? And what does R-Truth add to this?
Um, I do like the way that Punk has gone about it. I think he went about it in kind of a similar way to Randy, but also different. Because they said some of the same things, but Punk went a little bit further with things. And then last night he even like doubled down on it, which I thought was good. Um, I'm really enjoying Ron Killing's R-Truth. Um, I'm interested to see how far they go with the story. is like, or with his story in particular, because he's not going to beat John Cena. But after this, what do you do with him? Was this the only, like, you brought him back for like a couple months, let him do his thing, and then he can go, or are you really trying to like see something? Because at that point, I feel like y'all are. That's where the nostalgia thing would become bad
Right.
because I'm not that far removed from saying he shouldn't have been beating guys like Pete Dunne. So I'm not gonna turn around 4 months later and be like, nah, he should be Pete Dunne now because he's
Right.
Ron Killings. At the end of the day, he's still 53 years old. Like, we want him to be in the company because he deserves to be there. He's been great for the
Right.
company. Like, he can still be himself. He can still be Ron Killings because he's not gonna go somewhere else and become a world champion unless he goes to like TNA or something. And they might make that happen. But he's
Right.
not gonna go nowhere else and be a
And
top
even
guy.
still,
So it's like,
that would be for the nostalgia because he was for everybody
exactly,
at a point, right?
exactly. So it's like it's no need for them to like try to like really put, like, he's not gonna beat no Jacob Fatu. He's not gonna beat a Dom, but it's like you don't need to have him, be trying to be super serious, and then you find him in ring with Carmelo and Andrade and Aleister Black, and he's beating them. Because again,
Right.
that's you're not helping nobody when you do stuff like that. Like,
I would I would love to see them take the angle of what you're saying, but I would like for him to be like, okay, yeah, I had to be this way to get back on Cena. Like, I feel like he should be a character that like should be like, yeah, yeah, what's up, until he's done wrong, and
mm,
then he can do whatever he do. Am I the third person watching? Yeah, bro, you might be the third, fourth, fifth, first. Don't matter. It
so
don't
we
matter.
got a couple on Twitch. We've
It
had
don't
up to
matter. It
five,
don't
six,
matter.
seven up in here.
It don't matter what's going on. You could be the third. Don't matter. Welcome in. Don't matter. No matter what you are. That's how I feel like they should play his character. Because I mean, they saying put some respect on my name, so I feel like he should only get out of character whenever somebody disrespect him. That would be a cool, interesting way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if it's a heel that's kind of running a course, like, then throw him our truth. Like, I mean, that's just how I feel. I wouldn't use him as a stepping stone, but I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like there's some feuds he should win. There should be some feuds he should lose. Like, if he came up with
yeah.
Melo, I feel like he should lose. But if you somehow pinned him with, let's say, I mean, Rusev just got back. We can't act like Rusev should be this. I mean, we already seen him here. I mean, he reinvented himself. Whatever. Let's say you throw him against Rusev. Rusev been running waste for a while. You seen what he did to Tozawa. You throw him in there with Truth. Had them have a best of three. Rusev can win in the end,
Nah, nah,
but make it
nah, nah,
competitive.
nah,
You ain't fucking with
nah.
it. You can't have
I
it.
didn't even want. I don't even want to see Sheamus beat Rusev. So I'm
But
definitely
like,
not
I'm
trying to see
just
R-Truth
saying,
beat him.
like, he not. I mean, but when you have people like that, when you have a Rusev and you bring him in and he coming in and he's squashing a Sheamus, he's squashing Tozawas, he's squashing R-Truth, and then you make him this dominant figure, then he go up there and lose off rip to a Randy or whatever. Then what? Then what you do?
I mean, it's the same thing they did with Bronson Reed.
And then, I mean, but Bronson Reed, I mean, yeah, now he in this faction, but it is what they did with Bronson Reed. But yeah, he did lose a Seth in the grand scheme. He still got his dub though. He still got his dub.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in the end, he looked better. Now, I think for Rusev, it's a little bit different because it would be the exact same thing that happened to him when he was here the first time. You
Right,
build him up, build him up, build him up, lose to Cena twice.
right,
Like, and now he's just in that middle card where it's like he could
right,
be up here, but he's never been able to beat these top guys or
right.
these specific guys up here. Like, what he was able to do over in AEW and what he's going to be able to do over here,
It's different.
it shouldn't be that far off. He can be an Intercontinental champion, he could be United States champion, and then, but again, like, if there wasn't so much nostalgia, these other guys would be able to be world champions, and we would be able to see whether or not
Right,
they could take the opportunity and run with it. But again, at the same time, that's where it goes back to title reigns. Because just because you give someone a championship doesn't mean that it's gonna go well or that they're gonna book it well. Because if you don't book it well, then it's gonna be like, oh well, this guy was a champion and his reign wasn't good. Okay, who did they give him? Is he doesn't book it? She doesn't book her title reign. Like, when's the last time we seen Io Sky have a match? Io Sky was cooking after WrestleMania, like 2-3 weeks straight. She was getting pops, 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 pops. And now she's backstage the last 3 weeks talking to Kyrie. telling Nikki Bella she's so happy that she paved the way for her. Nikki Bella did not pave the way. Io Scott was already wrestling. What are we talking about, man? She was
I
wrestling
guess,
with Penta.
I guess my main thing when I say Rusev and Truth is like, okay, yes, Rusev was never able to beat the top guys, but I feel like the balancing has to be different. Like Rusev should be able to be the top guy, but Rusev should also be able to lose to a serious R-Truth and have a good balance. You know what I'm saying? Like he should be able to be a world champion, but like everybody shouldn't. I feel like it, like going back to top heavy. There's too many unbeatable people, bruh, right now. Like there's too many unbeatable folks. Like, and then on top of that, since Triple H has gotten taken over, no top guy, bruh, they don't lose clean no more. Nobody loses clean anymore, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to, motherfuckers got to start losing. Like, John Cena didn't lose, obviously. John Cena didn't start losing until it was time for him to lose. But, like, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. I just feel like it's too top heavy. And what you do with Truth after that is, like, yes, he can lose, but you can't have him lose all the time. I just don't want him to fall into that cycle. Like, same or like, Rusev may have been a bad example, but like another example is like who
But I mean, they released a lot of those guys that he could have matched with and
yeah,
beat.
they did release a lot of them. I like at
Like
this point I really
Lito,
don't know. I
Miz. He could
guess
have gone and had a few with Miz.
that shit would have been rotten, boy.
He can win it though.
He can, bro.
I mean, if they let them really talk, they can really go at for real, for real, if we being honest.
Right. That's
Because
what I'm
Miz can
saying.
talk.
Like, but
And
I'm
then
saying
obviously
like
Truth can talk.
I don't know how I feel, bro. I just feel like there's too many unbeatable people. Like, and then like, yes, Truth is like, I feel like age doesn't matter as long as you're willing to put the work in. Like, it can look, it's gonna look okay, right? Like, but I'm saying, like, if you throw Truth in there, like you throw Truth in there with Cena, right? Truth willing to work, but they both old as hell, so that shit gonna be kind of weird. But if you throw Truth in there, like I said, with a Rusev, or like Rusev not really young, but if you throw him in there with a younger cat, he gonna be willing to work with them to make it look better. He not one of them old heads that's, you know what I'm saying. Every Truth match I've ever seen recently hasn't been terrible. Like he can still move.
Right.
I mean, he black. Let's keep it stacked. He athletic. I'm keeping it stacked. And everybody at home, y'all can look at me crazy, but we just keeping it stacked, bro. He's an athlete. I mean, R-Truth moving better than Goldberg. R-Truth moving better than Cope right now. R-Truth moving better than Christian Cage right now. Like, we just keeping it stacked. Like,
Really gone.
yeah, we keeping it stacked. So
Seen.
I don't want to speak on that too much, you know what I'm saying? Because then it's gonna look crazy. But I'm just saying, come on, bro. We can afford to give R-Truth a couple dubs in 2025. Not a lot, but a couple, especially at the stature he at right now. I just feel like you got to ride the momentum. Now, I ain't saying he should go out here and win his world title. I'm not saying he should go out here and beat Seth Rollins. I'm not saying he should go out here and beat Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed, nothing like that. But a little interesting feud with Rusev that he might can lose, but he come out looking like an underdog type hero type shit. I'm fine with that. That's all. I just want him to have a direction. I just want people to start having directions. Nobody has a direction outside of the core top 5 to 8. And even sometimes they get lost. Like Drew don't even got a direction. Bro, we ain't even seen Drew since a concerto.
Yeah.
And like he ain't had no direction. Bro just lost to Damian Priest in a steel cage match. And now Damian Priest ain't even got a direction. Like y'all made him lose to a person that don't even have a direction. Like that's the shit I be talking about. Right there.
Because they don't want nobody to lose the feud.
But people gotta lose.
Somebody gotta lose.
That's what I'm saying. People have to lose and people have to win. Like it just is what it is, bro. You're not
because Andrade and Carmelo, nobody won it. They're game 7. Neither of them won the match. It's the
that
triple
shit was
threat.
ridiculous. Like, come on, bro. Y'all had a special guest referee in a game 7. Come on, dog. In a match 7, bro. Nobody wants to lose a feud, but y'all not willing to pull the clip on people to win feuds outside of your top 10. I'm saying, like,
yeah.
R-Truth, everybody chant. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's crazy to me that people was chanting "We want Truth" when CM Punk, Seth Rollins, etc., is in a ring, bro. That shit is crazy work. Like,
that really is.
People might sweep that under the rug, but like, come on, bro. That's a lot of attention in the ring right there. And people are like, okay, bro, we thinking about R-Truth. So if you just going, I mean, you already about to bring him back on an L. So like after this L to Cena, are you really gonna make him fall into another L or like y'all gonna fumble? That's what I mean. Like after
Yeah.
Cena, to answer your question, he has to win something else. Not saying he need to go get a strap, but fuck it, go get him a tag team partner or something, bro. Raw weak, like something. Do something interesting. That's all I'm saying. That's my little yap of the day. I don't feel as strongly about anything else throughout the pod right here, except for Carmelo and R-Truth at the moment. I mean, y'all gonna have. I mean, I already said to my favorite, y'all gonna have Punk go out there. Y'all gonna already have Punk go out there against his morals and have him lose. So I'm not even tripping on that. Like that's already finna happen. And if he wins, I don't even know if I'm gonna be OD happy because like I know he don't. I mean, I don't know him personally. I can't even sit here and say I know he don't want to be there because I mean he obviously going. Right. But from everything he said, I don't know.
There's no way he would want his first championship bet to be won in Saudi Arabia.
Right, bro. I mean, I'm hating on Saudi shows anyway, bro. Like them shit's guard, bro. And my disdain for Saudi doesn't even come for like the rest of everybody be saying like the blood money shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is simply because of Bianca Belair, bro. Y'all because it's haters. That's the simple where my hatred goes from. Like y'all because are haters, bro. When y'all go out there to Saudi, y'all only be cheering for Sammy and Logan Paul. I do not be caring, bro, about no Saudi shows at all. And then WWE be trying to go all out, make every big moment be in Saudi, bro. We're not here for that, bro. How about we make a big moment happen in damn fucking Minneapolis, Minnesota, where people actually watch wrestling? like, come on, bro. Like, I'm tired of these big moments, bro. Like, in Las Vegas, bro. Come on, dog. That y'all know that shit was weak at Mania, bro. Philly had Mania turned.
For real.
And this is where we at. So I don't know. I mean, we got a little time, bro. So like, we got a little time before we move on to the next topic. My next question to you is, where does CM Punk fit into this? Like, fit into this with Cena? Like, is he the peacemaker? Is he the voice of the people in this story? Is he in it for himself at the moment? Like traditional CM Punk, not gonna lie, this is really for himself. Like, what is his main role? What is his main role in this story?
I just couldn't tell you. Like, I feel like they did it a little prematurely. Like, I don't really know what his plan is. Like, it's kind of the same as Randy. It's like Randy, originally was just trying to change him back, but it's like, why change him back when y'all didn't like him when he was a good guy? Like, it's kind of confusing as to what they're trying to do with Punk and Randy, especially Punk, because Punk came back and said he only cares about money, he only cares about the championship. So why are you trying to change Cena back to what you already hated before? Now all of a sudden y'all had respect for bruh, but y'all been beefing through the last 15, 20 years. So it's like, whatever y'all talking about, it don't always add up, and that, like, especially when they just gonna lose it. Like, CM Punk lose this, then what he go back to? He go back to Seth? Like, because we was thinking that, like, oh, he gonna make sure that Seth don't win the championship, but then he always says he don't care about Seth. So now he's back. Now he's going to Cena. Are they gonna make this? Are they gonna stretch this out to SummerSlam, or are they just gonna? Is this just a one-off? So you can get the Cena Punk for the last time.
I mean, I hate that they be titling these matches one last time. Like, that's the thing that really be throwing me. Like, last time, like, come on, bro. Now you closing the book. Like, you mean to tell me this week, this little slow ass build is CM Punk and Cena last time? I mean, clearly, I don't know, bro. Like, they teasing, man. They might be teasing. They're teasing a lot of stuff right now. Like Cody talking about, like, you know, we can't run from each other forever. That shit had me turned. I'm not gonna lie, that shit gave me a pop. I said, oh my God, I've been waiting on this shit for a grip. But I mean, even still, y'all are still telling us, like, yeah, we're not at this point yet because you like, we can't run away from each other forever. So I don't know what's going on. Like, how much can you keep delaying stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't delay stuff. I don't know, bro, because it might not hit the same. Like, we've seen that plenty of times. We've seen plenty of stuff that they've delayed and it don't hit. But at the same time, we've seen stuff that they delayed and it do hit. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. I just don't want them to have him lose at Saudi and then we not see CM Punk in a championship match for another year. Like that would suck. I mean, I don't think that would happen, but that would suck. That would suck.
Yeah, because if
That
he
would suck.
loses, how does he get back to it? Now he's gonna go
Right.
out and challenge Gunther. Like yeah, I couldn't beat Cena, but let me beat you.
But it's like we kind of know what's gonna
They
like
didn't
we
even
don't know what's
close the
gonna
story.
happen, but we kind of know like he's gonna pick up that belt. He's gonna hit him with the belt or something like that in that some capacity. I just wonder what twist they're gonna add onto it this time. Because before he hit Truth, he kind of looked like, oh shit, I'm like, do I really want to hit him? So I
Right.
don't know. Punk different though. Like I feel like I don't know. Punk is a good person to turn him back, but at the same time, he's kind of not. Like I kind of like I felt like I was gassing it
Yeah.
previously, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about their feud and like whenever I went back and watched it, like bro, no, bro, like they literally like everything that Punk hated about Cena was valid, and everything that Cena hated about Punk was also valid. Like I guess that's where your respect comes from, but I don't think that's who I'm seeking advice from. My greatest,
Right. I guess it's kind of like a LeBron Steph type thing.
right?
Like they respected each other so much, they went to battle so much that they ended up revering each other in a way. But
That's true.
I still don't see the point of CM Punk be like, yeah, we got to change you back for what? Again, this has nothing to do with what you said you was coming here to do. You said you was coming here to make money and get championships and get your WrestleMania main event. You got your main event. You're getting your money. You're chasing the championship, then chase the championship. Don't chase changing Cena back. It doesn't make sense. Because if you look at those stories, like I don't think Cena will hesitate as much because Punk cheated to beat Cena.
Right.
Not a
That's what I
ton, but
was
there was always like some
like,
controversy.
but
There was
that's what
always
I
some
was saying.
controversy
Like,
besides the Money in the Bank 2011. But even then, because they sent out Vince McMahon and then he got back in and that's how he won. So there was always some controversy. So it's not going to be any different this time.
right. I feel
Like if
like
he's who would be the guy that he wouldn't want to if he would hit Randy, if he would hit Truth, who would he not do it to?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I and then in
There's
that sense,
nobody.
it's like I guess he is the last one. Like, I guess Punk is the last one that can change it back since we went down that road. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like later, bro, should have been late. Like, it should have at least been at SummerSlam, and then we could have had SummerSlam to December to enjoy Cena's official farewell. But it's like I hate it because if Cena has to lose the belt to change back to normal, what does he do after that? Like, or do you turn a face while he has a championship? And then, but then again, then what do you do with Cody? And then what do you do with a Punk? Like, what do you do? I'm gonna have to wait for the draft, bro. I feel like the draft might answer all the questions, but I've been wrong before.
That's damn near 3 months out.
Yeah, right. And the draft is far. Like, and then it's like I don't understand what
It shouldn't be this many questions.
it shouldn't be this many questions at
Like,
all, bro.
their
It's like
booking is it's all
it's
over
all
the
over the
place.
place. It's all over the place. And then like now I don't know when Roman come back because like I said, they trying to play with folks' money. They trying to play with folks' bread. So like then when Roman come back, he was already like, what are you gonna do? If Seth ain't got the belt at the time, he just gonna prevent him from cashing in for a year, or like what does he do? It's oh god, bro. Can't go like Gunther Roman would have been a slap, but instead we getting some damn Goldberg shit. And then at this point, like the way
Nobody
y'all
asked for that.
the way y'all make Gunther look, I'm not even convinced. Whenever he do go against Roman, y'all gonna let him beat him. Like, I'm convinced at that point. So like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't know. This is what I mean by like, there's too many unbeatables. Like for Gunther, y'all made him unbeatable, but then y'all had him scale back and lose to Jay and Sammy. Let's not forget and Sammy. Y'all had him scale back to lose to Sammy and Jay. But right whenever they beat them or get reclaim the gold, now he's a monster again and he don't lose. So like with the championship in a normal occasion, he a monster. But when it come to a big match, a mania match, he lose. We don't know what
Yeah.
Gunther's like without the title. We don't know. All we know is Gunther. On paper, all we know is Gunther that dude, and then at Mania he lose. That's all we know.
Yeah.
That's all we
He
know,
loses the ultimate story every time.
bro. We know that he's the ring general, but loses to over guys. That's all we know.
And he's also gonna lose to Ilya. So that's the craziest thing about it. Like he's gonna lose every major feud that he's been in.
Right.
Because when they eventually do that, Ilya's gonna win.
But if you write Gunther like if you could turn the tide, you know what I'm saying? If they actually would have capitalized off the story of, okay, maybe I lost my touch, and maybe like he would have went down a rabbit hole of maybe a little stretch of losses. Yeah, in the moment people would have been mad, but Gunther could have got his own payoff in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like the hills stay down, bro. They stay down. and the payoffs be weak, bro. The payoffs, we starting to see through them all. That's why I'm
Yeah.
starting to get aggravated. But somebody that
Yeah.
hasn't got a payoff, moving on, and we waiting on his payoff. We waiting on his shine. Mr. Carmelo Hayes, man. Mr. Carmelo Hayes in the Fatal 4 King in the Ring last night. Didn't win, of course, per usual. People already knew he wasn't gonna win. People already knew he was gonna eat the pin when they saw the graphic. I think that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Is whenever they showed the King and Queen of the Ring graphic and Melo was in there, and they was like, "Oh, we already know who losing and who eating the pin." And I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." I was like, "Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy." So, um, what's his role, bro? What is Melo's role? What do you view? What do you view as Melo's role currently in WWE? Mr. Swish, Mr. Hoodie, Mr. T. That's crazy word. Mr. T is crazy. I'll never call you that again. That shit is terrible. Proceed.
Um, Honestly, I don't know, man. I think they realize the talent he has, but they don't want to push it. Like they put him out there when they feel like, oh, he's gonna do great. Like they put him in good positions, but they never put him in position to win. Like they put him in spotlight to help other people spotlight. Like Cody became champion, it's like, oh, shoot, like here go Carmelo, here go Carmelo. Oh, Randy back, here go Carmelo. AJ Styles back, here go Carmelo. Like they trust him, but they don't trust enough to actually give him the ball and let him run with it.
Right.
Like he's the backup point guard. He's the spark plug off the bench. He's Jamal Crawford. Like, oh yeah, we need you, but we can't have you being that top guy because we feel like we can't trust you. But it's like when I look at the people that have come up with him, before him, and after him, Julie about to be a champion in the next couple of weeks. She's been up for less than a month. Jordan
That's
Grace is going to
crazy.
be in championship conversations. Stephanie Vacquer is going to be in championship conversations. Um, Roxanne is in championship conversations. Is in a big uh story right now with Judgment Day. You got Braun Breaker in the biggest stable in the company, one of the biggest stories in the company. Been a champion multiple times. Jacob Fatu came in, wasn't in NXT, but he's come in, United States champion. Solo Sokoa came up before him, been in big stories. It's like y'all are putting all these people around him in these big stories, giving him these big opportunities, and just bypassing him. Like y'all didn't make him the number of SmackDown last year, the number one overall pick,
Right.
and y'all just made it seem like, oh yeah, we made a number one pick, but we really only did it because we couldn't draft so, or we really only did it because da da da. Like they tried to downplay it. Like they didn't. Nick Aldis never came up and was like, "Yeah, I'm glad to have you on the show." Like he was like, "Yeah, I'm the number one. I'm the number one pick." Blah blah blah. Blah. And they tried to downplay him right away. I was like, "What was the point of drafting the number one if you was gonna try to make it seem like he wasn't really the number one pick? He really wasn't important as he is." Like it's weird. And I know he's been tweeting like, "Yeah, be patient. Like things are going well." They not though, because we've seen this story over and over again. Where you gotta be patient, be patient, be patient, and then you end up Kofi Kingston, and you don't got a championship match for 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. You end up Big E, and you debut in 2013. You don't get a world championship until 2021. Like I said this a couple weeks ago, if they
That
make
shit is
certain
crazy.
guys jump through hoops and hurdles, They make certain guys jump through hoops and hurdles to see how high they can jump
Right.
instead of giving them the opportunities and not forcing them to jump because they didn't give Braun Breaker not one hurdle. He came in, he ran through people, he ran through jobbers for a couple weeks. Then he was like, I'm tired of them. I need somebody else. They waited. Finally getting somebody else. He beat up Ricochet. Ricochet left and he wins the belt and they let him run with it. You don't gotta have Melo out there, running through people. But Melo needs to be winning these big matches. Like, and I don't mean he gotta win every big match that he's in, but he's gotta be looked at as a solidified guy. He's not looked at as a solidified guy. He is by the fans, but with the people that are booking, they just like, yeah, we trust him. He's great. He's great talker. He's great on the mic. He's great in the ring. He's got great charisma, great personality. But somebody else needs this moment right now, or somebody else needs this win right now, or somebody else has this, somebody else has that.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
That everything you said and more, Brody. Like him obviously tweeting, yeah, I'm the guy that, you know what I'm saying, makes people look good, shit like that. That shit pissed me off, Melo. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. We've had too many greats before you that was saying the same
Do
shit.
that.
Not even greats, bro. We've had too many African American like dogs, bro, who have like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that bothers me about that is they probably telling him that too in the back. Like they probably telling him be patient, do this, do that. But bro, like look how, bro, come on, dog. We had people on TV telling you not. What did Triple H tell Booker T? Oh my God, it was crazy work.
Somebody like you would never be world champion.
Somebody like you will never be world champion, right?
Or people that look like you aren't world champion material. Basically,
we got the boss running around saying the N word. Like, okay, cool. Like, this ain't the same, bro. Like, no, bro, stand up. Be like, bro, we need to win a match. There's no reason why Braun Breaker got called up and was in Adam Pearce that faced that same week saying, bro, you not giving me no comp.
Yeah.
Now, scripted or not, like, we understand that. But we can't act like that was not your biggest op in NXT. We can't act like that. Like, bro, y'all were equals on NXT. So what is the point, right? And last night, like, I don't know why my head started drifting with the fantasy booking last night. Like, a part of me was hoping, bro, praying. Like, I knew they was coming to get that get back on LA Knight, but I was just hoping that they looked at Melo and was like,
they did though. They did. You saw Braun on the apron, looked at Melo, and they was like.
But at that time, I was
hoping they didn't leave nothing with it.
Like, get the dub. Like, I was hoping he was like, get the dub, bro. You good. Go ahead. Perfect, bro. And honestly, that would have aligned perfect with Seth Rollins' message, bro. Like the future. Like, Seth could have been, they could have had a whole segment after that, or like Seth would have been like, now I ain't tell you to go out there and do all that, but that is our message. Like, that's what we do. Right. And then I would have been like, oh, okay.
Because if he would have hit Randy, that opens up something else to where now it could be Cody, Punk, Randy against that group, and then you figure out like, all right, they want to secure the future. They want to secure their own future on this side, and then you can dive deeper into the Punk or into the Cena Truth thing, because what I really think happened is they were ready to go CM Punk Cena after the Cody thing, after the Cody tag team match, but then they felt like, okay, we got to bring our Truth back, so now they're trying to do all that at the same time. If you have Melo win, they take Randy out, it opens up a whole nother door. No, why you can just focus on this, and then they had that little one-off match, and then you go back to what you was doing. Because if you want money, what's better money than teaming up Randy, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes against Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker?
And you got your money, like you got your money, right? And you got the shakeups involved, right? So like, so the four would have been Cody, Randy, Randy, who? LA Knight and Sammy probably would have been the four. Bro, you got your shakeup, bro. Melo could have came in and helped swing the victory towards Seth faction, and then it would have made sense, and we would have understood. These are prime moments that Melo could like be in. Like, I don't understand how we can see that from the couch, but like in the writers' room, y'all are just thinking like, okay, next week we're gonna give Melo. They might get that brother Shinsuke next week and lose. You know what I'm saying? They might mess around and make Shinsuke face again next week and be like, okay, we're gonna give you Melo. This is a perfect person to do it. Like, come on, dog. Y'all had him doing what he did with the Miz. Told him, like I said, like we said last week, he told the Miz he's him. He feel like you not letting him be him. And since then, he ain't done nothing. This was a perfect time, bro. Or the Miz could have screwed Melo, and then we wouldn't have liked it, but Melo could have got a good.
It at least would have opened up the story, and then he could have won a story.
But we not no direction. Now, I think what they really about to do with Melo, and this is a hot take, bold prediction. I think what they really trying to do is they're milking it until Trick get up there. I think that's the end game for them. They're waiting for Trick to get up there, and that's disappointing as fuck that them dudes are.
But they keep pushing Trick shit back.
Right, but I'm saying like it's
Trick
sad.
could have been up.
It's sad that they're gonna be
doing stuff with him.
Yeah, that shit ass. They keep doing shit with Trick, but even when Trick get up there, like. They kind of killed his buzz with this whole like the last story with he just chasing the gold shit and Melo Jr. That shit kind of killed the buzz a little bit. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So his light is still there, but they fumbled him too. Like they had him go in there. They had him go help Melo on what SmackDown, and got that massive pop. At that point, both of them were known. Like that was before Melo officially got called up. Like that at that point, both of them were known. People knew Melo. Melo came out. People was cheering for Melo. You know what I'm saying? He was going against Waller in Theory at the time. He was going against Waller in Theory at the time. People sharing Melo. They was mad. He was getting jumped. Trick came out there. Boom, big pop. Nothing happened. Both of them went back down to NXT. Called Melo up first pick. Ooh, he him. Ooh, he him. We gave him Cody Rhodes. Ooh, that's lit. Lost. Still losing. It's almost been a year now, folks. Let's wake up. Let's wake up. It's almost been a year. We've been patient for a year. This is a reasonable crash out. This is reasonable.
For real.
This is reasonable.
For real.
We not these ICW.
Like at a certain point, it ain't a talent thing. Right. And I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like I got a lot of respect for Triple H, but at a certain point, the questions are valid about certain people and why they're not getting pushed. Because it's easy to push Naomi, Bianca, and Jade because they're in a smaller division and they're undeniable. Like you not denying Bianca Belair and you're not denying Jade. Now they've denied Naomi for a long time. They finally fixed that, and we still don't know if they're gonna fix that for sure because the stuff they be doing with certain people. I saw Chelsea Green say, "Oh, she wanted to be the one," which I hate that. By the way, I don't know if you saw the clip.
I'm not gonna lie, I did too. I was like, "Girl, why would you do that?"
That's stupid.
They're most certainly gonna do it. They're most certainly gonna do it with you.
That would waste an entire opportunity for her or somebody else. Like, what are we talking about? Just because you're in a moment doesn't mean that moment is good. Like, I think she's like, oh, I just want to be in that. I want to be a part of history. You already are. You were the first ever United States Women's Champion. We don't need nobody. Like, it's stupid. It was stupid with every man that's lost the Money in the Bank shit. It's dumb. There's no reason for somebody to have somebody down already and then go out there and lose it. What's the point?
Yeah, that shit was dumb. That shit was stupid, bro. That shit.
I'm like, well, yo, I saw that. I was like, please don't ever let me see this again. Because I'm glad she said it afterwards. But now that makes me worry about what they might do to Naomi.
Right, because they feel like they got to pull the clip and do it. Because they feel like, especially because she said like,
but the women wouldn't be mad if it happened. Right. All right, bro.
But it's like the way
just because she wouldn't care, she don't care about her career. Don't mean somebody else don't.
It kind of made me like, I don't know. It was dumb. Like the way she she could have described it a little bit differently to me because like with the way she said it, like we had 6 straight winners, boring. We need somebody to lose. Like we need a loser.
No, we don't.
I'm like, bro.
She's a yes woman.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, bro. Like, no.
When you've been released as many times as she has, you're gonna do whatever you can to stay in the company.
Absolutely.
That's really all.
That shit, like, it's been dumb, bro. The L's were dumb. The Cena L was dumb. Waste of a briefcase. Challenge somebody straight up.
Yes.
Obviously, McIntyre losing that joint was dumb. Stupid. Yep. Like, bro, I don't know, bro. Like, yes, somebody losing the briefcase can be a moment, but I feel like it's only valid if the story outside of the briefcase would be bigger than if they had the briefcase, which 9 times out of 10, it never will be.
It's not.
Because the championship is on the line on the other side. So 9 times out of 10, it never will be. The only time it should be like that is if you have a guy like this year. Seth Rollins won it. It's valid if Roman came back and called Seth out of his contract, but even still, it's not.
It still would be dumb because
But even not,
if you
it's
was gonna
not.
do that, you could have just gave it to somebody else because Seth Rollins can get a championship match anytime he wants. He already
Right,
got a match with Jay just by talking to him. That's the thing about giving it to these main guys and these main women is like they could just walk out there and get a match. Becky Lynch could just walk out there, say some stuff, and the person be like, "All right, let's fight tonight, or let's fight at da 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 da." Seth, Punk, Cody, Randy can all do that. There's no reason for them to be in King of the Rings or Money in the Bank matches when they could just walk out there and be like, "Yeah, let me get a match." The only reason it makes sense for Seth a little bit is because of his character at this point, and he's trying to have power. So the one way to have power, if you don't have the belt, is to have the Money in the Bank briefcase.
right,
But even then, like again, he can still go out there. He can still be like, "Hey, we about to have the match tonight." Have them jump him before the match. Whoever the guy is, still say, "Yeah, I'll still do the match," and then he win because he was beat up so bad before the match.
right. Especially on Jay, you know he falling for the bait. You know he's falling for the bait. Gunther, Gunther on the other hand, like they already planted seeds with Seth and Gunther because they had that little moment in the back. But
Mm-hmm.
bro, that's, I mean, if you have, what do you do then? Like Gunther, like, are you
Yeah.
officially about to pull the clip and make him more on the face side because he about to go get jumped and do all that? I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but then again, we ain't even fully explored the ring general as a heel, as a world champion for real. Like that stint with Jay
Mm-hmm.
was excellent. Had Jimmy leaking in the ring, licking blood, bro. He's a
Yeah.
madman. Why am I not seeing this with other people like Drew McIntyre? No, no, not Drew McIntyre. That man, Damian Priest, beat him up backstage and said, "You don't know how it is on the streets." I'm like, okay, I understand that, I guess, but still, he looking sad. Like he looking
Also,
sad.
it's not streets ain't only in America. Like I hate when they do that. Like why they act like because Gunther grew up in what Serbia or whatever, uh, or Austria. He's from Austria. They act like Austria is just this palace. Like,
Yeah, there's
like if
definitely there's
anything, Europeans is tougher.
yeah,
Europeans brawl all the time outside of pubs and everything. So what are we talking about? Oh, you ain't grow up on the streets. He might have. What? That's why I hate Americans sometimes. Cause it's like y'all make it seem like yeah, we the only ones that ever struggled or only ones that ever had to be on the street somewhere. Like it's like that everywhere. What are we talking about?
that shit crazy. It's amplified here though. That's the thing. Like it's just
And
that
it's
we
bad. Like,
it's bad.
yeah, we did this. Like that's not even a good thing. Why are you happy about that? What's just like
I was in the streets, boy. You in the WWE because you escaped the streets. Like,
right? Like
come
what are we
on, man.
talking about?
I'm weak. Let me start trolling, bro. Let me move on, man. In sad news, we have to talk about it a little bit. We want to share our flowers with the Undertaker, man. Had a not even a heart condition, but had a heart problem. Right after WrestleMania, and it was pretty bad, bro. It was scary for him and his family. So shout out to him for pulling through. And he's one of the legends. He's one of the legends of our sport, obviously. One of our childhood legends of the sport, had me scared as hell on SmackDown on Fridays. Um, so we talked about it last week. Taker is literally one of the only legends that we got to watch on SmackDown on a weekly basis. I mean, he stayed true to the hood, man. He stayed true to the hood. He ain't want to leave free TV. You know what I'm saying? So, um, just want to go over like something like the impact of the Undertaker. Obviously, we know the impact of the Undertaker, but let's just make it personal. Like, what do you appreciate about the Undertaker Reek, and like, what's a moment that you loved from him?
I love that, and it's kind of like this kind of like the biggest problem for him right now is like he never really took off his mask, like or took off the character when
Right,
he was gone. Like when he was wherever he was going, because now at this point we just know sometimes they were injured, sometimes they were just taking a break. But he had a lot of returns when he was the dead man, and there was a lot of times where like he was quote unquote killed off or whatever on TV, and
yeah,
he would come back. Like I love how seriously he took his character and how much he loves his character still to this day, and how
right,
seriously he takes the business. Even if we disagree with some of the things that he says nowadays, because things have changed over the last 30 years, because that's how long he's been in the business.
right. And we
I can
also get to know the
appreciate that, and I
pressure
can
of heavy.
appreciate for sure, for sure,
Right.
and I can also appreciate the passion that he has for the business as a whole and for WWE because again, when everybody was jumping ship, he was the only top guy at that time to not jump ship. Hulk jumped, uh, Scott Hall jumped, Kevin Nash jumped, Shawn Michaels was leaving, and it was really just Taker. And Undertaker stayed. Bret Hart was like in, but then he ended up leaving because of the bull stuff that happened. So like Undertaker's always been that still guy that's like if WWE ever like their flag bearer forever is the Undertaker.
Right.
And my favorite moments with him is like I didn't see it live, obviously, because we were like baby children at that point. But going back and watching over the past 10, 12 years or whatever, my favorite version of Undertaker is Ministry of Darkness. I know a lot of people don't like the story. I love that version of Undertaker. I love that story. Um, where the story turned was where they revealed that it was Mr. McMahon. That's where it got trashed. After that, I didn't really care about the story. But leading up,
Right.
I really enjoyed it. But I liked how he was able to change the character too. Like he could be the dead man, he could be the American badass, like he
Right.
could be different characters and still have that same feel of like, oh man, it's Undertaker. Like,
Absolutely.
and to this day, that gong hits and everybody's like, oh, like it's about to
You
get
know what it
real.
is.
Like it don't matter what year it is, don't matter what he's doing. The music hit, everything's going crazy. Like, and he's a guy that never needed a championship to feel solidified, to feel like a top guy, to feel like one of the best guys. Like I
Right.
think he only had like 3 or 4 world championship reigns, maybe 5 to 6, if that. But like for him to be there that long and not have that many reigns, just is a testament to his character and how how good he was. Because it's hard to be a top guy and be solidified as a top guy and feel legitimate every time you step into the ring or every time your music hits, but not be a world champion that often.
Right. Absolutely. And I think that's one of the reasons why I mean, obviously Roman held that joint for 4 years, but that's why I appreciate him now because there was a point in time on this pod where we had a conversation. I brought up the question like, is the Ula Fala more important than the championship? For you to even like for that to even be a question,
Right.
I love
Right.
wrestlers like that. So Undertaker really is one of the first OGs like that. And there's rarely people like that. Like Brock, obviously, is like that. Kurt Angle, I feel like is like that. Like, I mean, Kurt
Hmm.
Angle, bro, like he made being an Olympian cool. Like, I feel like to me as a kid, I feel like Kurt Angle was. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a stack to y'all boys. Y'all want me to keep it a stack with y'all? I'm always honest with the pod, and I'm always honest with my viewers on Twitch, whatever it is. As a young black man, bro, not gonna lie, like we not really conditioned to love. Like we conditioned to love, like where we at, lay our head at night, but we not conditioned to
Hmm.
love America. We get them hard talk. So watching Kurt Angle was a kid going around with the American flag, saying he an Olympian, drinking the milk, like bro, he made it look cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I like that. And as far as the Undertaker, um, I love American Badass Taker as well, bro, because like that was a break from like he was still the dead man, but like it was like
Hmm.
brawler Taker. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was
Yep.
fire.
He
I
got to
like
be
the way,
himself. He got to
yeah,
be like his real life
he
self.
got to be marked for real. He was coming in there with
Yep.
choppers. You know what I'm saying? Like that was cool. Like you know what I'm saying? And as far as his impact, I just appreciate the locker room leadership that he had. Like, and it was this is really
Mhm.
certainly the Miz story. Like that's
Yeah.
why I like the Miz because Miz was going through a lot and he wasn't really accepted because back then, bro, the culture is if you was an outsider, you really was an outsider. Like they was not
Yeah.
rocking with you, and Miz was. So, Taker put a stop to all that, bro. And that's the type of OG shit that I like. You know what I'm saying? A lot of OGs like the gatekeep, which y'all see it all the time now. We got social media, we got
Yeah.
everything. You see how the OGs really feel. He was the bearer to it, bro. And like whatever Taker said, that's kind of what went. Like that's kind of what goes in that locker room. So I like that in a sense that he didn't abuse his power. Like he knew he was an OG, he wasn't abusing his power. Like because he like if he didn't want Miz there, bro was probably gone, cooked. So
Right.
shout out to him for that. And really just shout out to Taker for being a reliable entertainment factor of the biggest event for the sport for years and years to come. Like we knew if the card was gonna flop, we knew that Taker match wasn't gonna flop. We knew that for certain.
Facts.
So
That's
shout
a
out to
fact.
him for being that reliability And Restless
It
Wrestler
ain't
hopes
great
you.
feuds.
Yeah, nah, bro. And that's the thing.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Brock, like you can go down the line, like Kurt
Yeah,
Angle,
even
JBL,
even Punk's, bro. Like that was the
Edge,
most underrated one. Like
Batista,
I feel like.
Punk, like even the Bray one, like it was late, but like the story leading up was still really good. So it's like one
Yeah,
thing Taker was gonna do was sell them stories,
no
even
cap.
if they was bad, because
Even if it was
they
bad.
fit. I mean, Undertaker Kane, one of the biggest stories ever, just because of how important it was at that moment. But it's like you was able to put Undertaker with really anything, and he could make it work.
Right, bro. I really he's a freak, bro. Like let's keep it a stack. He was a freak. He was moving fast as hell
Yeah,
while being a
16,
brawler,
yeah,
while actually being able to be technical, while springboarding to the outside, bro. I mean, he's a freak, bro. Like Taker really done it. He did it for a long time. Like I'm 26 years old, and Taker was wrestling probably 10 years before I even
before that, yeah.
before that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll say a good solid
Debuted.
14.
I think he debuted in WWE in like '92, maybe.
Right. So yeah, I give him a good
So
14 years before I got hip to what wrestling was on. Like, and then even after that,
right,
he had a prime. So like, it ain't like he wasn't on weekly television whenever we was growing up.
yeah,
Like he just now starting to
exactly,
scale it back. He's just now starting to scale it back in what 2017, 2018.
yeah,
Like that's a minute, bro. So shout out to you, bro. Like we said, at Restless Wrestling, we hope you have a strong recovery because you are a legend of the sport. And we just want to
absolutely.
share our flowers, bro. Moving on to our games. We got some games for y'all, man. We have our faction draft. Man. The rules are we have one main card guy, one mid card guy, one woman, and one legend. And the fifth is a shakeup. The shakeup is you bring them in midway through the story, you incorporate them, and if you don't want a shakeup, you ain't gotta have one. Simple as that. But you are allowed to have a shakeup. We got 60 seconds to present our faction. And why it will work. And yeah, I mean, yeah, 60 seconds. So I mean, you want me to start, Rick, or you want to
Yes.
start? You want to start? Or you want
No,
me to
you
start?
go first.
You wait. I don't want to go first, bro. All right, that's cool. All right, hold on. All right. Woo. All right. I gotta think, boy. All right, I got a question first. What is considered
What's
a
up?
legend? You know what I'm saying? Like non-active, like non-act. Like is Randy considered a legend, or would that be cheating, or is he considered a main card guy? Like I don't. That's the only clarification we need.
So we can say like a Ric Flair type of thing. So like Ric Flair was a legend
Right.
already, but he was
Mhm.
still active. So I feel like that's cool.
Okay. All right. 60 seconds on the clock, man. Damn. 60 seconds is fast as hell.
It really is.
Damn. That's main event though. I mean, it's one woman. All right, so I just want to clarify: like, your woman can be of any stature. She don't got to be mid card, or your woman could be of any stature. And as
Right.
far as your legend can be uh female or male. Like, don't really matter. So, yeah, that's what I also wanted to clarify. Yeah, so like, if you're a legend, like, you're gonna have one woman, but if you wanted a woman, like, if you wanted a woman legend, you can make it a woman legend, or you can make it a woman wild card. But the wild card is active roster, of course. So
yeah.
All right, we got it on the clock. I'm gonna play our little song. In the background. Wait. Actually, I'm just gonna play our sound, our regular sound. This is how you know the clock starts. Y'all see it? Maybe I'm tripping. Just 1 minute. My ass put 59 seconds. I was about to short myself. That could have been one little and I would have been cooked. You know what I'm saying? All right. Y'all ready? Hold up. All right, go. Okay, this is my faction. that I'm going to be building. I'm gonna go Legacy 2.0. I'm going to have Cody Rhodes as my main star. I will have
Mhm.
my mid card star is going to be Austin Theory. I'll take Austin Theory. And my woman, I'll take Charlotte Flair. And as my legend, I'll take Randy. And my shakeup, I will take. Think, Pete. Think real quick. Think real quick. Think real quick. My shakeup would be. Fuck, I cannot have it right now. My shakeup would be Obafemi. That's my shakeup right there. My shakeup would be Obafemi. The moral of the story is okay. So obviously we get Legacy 2.0. This is a good version of Legacy. Obviously Randy Orton led a bad version of Legacy beforehand with Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. That's it. Y'all don't even get an explanation. I got fraud. L time management. That's all y'all got was my faction. That's literally it. I am sorry. So all the Team P, if you was Team P, I sold you a little bit. So if y'all probably wondering, like, how does that even make sense? But I'll clarify maybe sometime after maybe. Proceed, Reek. 60 seconds on the clock. You gotta think, bro. You gotta get the explanation off quick because
Hold on.
I went into backstory. I shouldn't have went into backstory, bro. I should have just went for it.
Hold on. I'm trying to write down my shakeup. I'm trying to think of which direction I want to go.
Legacy 2.0 would be fire. I just folded y'all. I wish I had a story for y'all. I had one for y'all.
Boom. All right, I got it.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. This is Reek. Team Reek. 1 minute on the clock. He has a faction and an explanation. Ready? Go.
My main card guy is gonna be AJ Styles. My mid card guy is gonna be Roxanne Perez.
Okay.
Or mid card man, sorry. Mid card male is gonna be Carmelo Hayes. My one woman is gonna be Roxanne Perez. My
Okay.
one legend is gonna be Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
My shakeup is gonna be Montez Ford.
Need it.
So I'm thinking AJ Styles. He's AJ Styles and Ray, helping the young talent get over, helping the young talent get to that next step. Carmelo and Ray could be tag team champions. They could trade off. Who wants to, go for the mid card championship? Roxanne coming for everything, and they're gonna be out there helping her win.
Right.
And then when they really need that help, that's when Taz come in, and then we got a Taz and Carmelo tag team, or we can have a Ray and Taz tag team.
Okay.
Maybe they bring a trios championship in, and they the trios champions. And AJ Styles the world champion, and they all holding the belts at the same time. Come on.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, bro. That's cheating, bro. Like I could have done that too if I would have went second. That's fucking crazy. I didn't know how I wanted to play it. Oh my god. You know what? Okay, so in the end, for my little squad, man, I was just gonna have, I was gonna have Cody recruit or try to put together his own legacy again and pitch the idea to Randy. Randy obviously joins. Through it all, basically, it's just showcasing. They bring in Austin Theory to break free from Grayson Waller. So they bring him in to break free of Grayson Waller. They're trying to teach Austin Theory. They bring in these goals like we was all generation, like we all of our pops was in this business. We trying to show you the way. You not really a second, third generation superstar, but we just trying to show you the way we see potential. Cool. Long story short, they build Theory up. But it's kind of like an old Randy situation with Evolution. But they would have recruited Obafemi to eventually turn on Austin Theory. The payoff would have been Austin Theory would have been the big. He would have been the main card guy.
Loki could have done that with Dom. If you
I
want to
could
do
have
the
done it with
generation
Dom.
thing.
I could have done it with Dom too because it is a generation thing. I just feel like with the generations thing, like to not have it be the same. I feel like they would have. I feel like recruiting somebody that was a generation, like they would have been like, okay, so since you didn't have, a generation, we could be the ones to help you out. But it also bites him in the end because they're going to be the ones to turn on him because they recruit Oba. But the long-term payoff would have been Austin Theory would have been the biggest face at the time, and Oba Femi would have been his biggest adversary at the time. They saying like, yeah, in the end, Theory would have got over. So like in the end, we can't resonate with you because you wasn't a family man. We see that all along. So we gonna go recruit a ruler, and then they could have brought up Oba. But I couldn't have fit that in 1 minute.
That's tough.
It would have been a lot. But that was a lot of brain power. And like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reek, man. Let us know what faction y'all can put together. And y'all have more time to put a description. So let us know how you bring together your faction. And obviously, we got a winner for this challenge. It was Reek, man. He got his explanation off. He got his faction off. I gotta give credit to where credit is due, man. I gotta give credit to credit was due. But we will be rematching. And obviously, I'm gonna have something special for y'all. Maybe one day we can put our factions to test. Maybe one day we can get on the game and like in a simulation and just let them rock out and we can see it. I'm gonna see when we got more time. That would be lit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jot those down and we will definitely have my faction draft simulation. So make sure y'all tap in next week. We're gonna have it for y'all. Last, we got one more game for y'all before we get up out of here, and this is my favorite game of the day. It's called the Royal Sacrifice. All right, and in honor of the King of the Ring, we're gonna choose one male superstar and one woman superstar that we would like to have as our king or queen of the ring. But here's the stipulation: for men, we're gonna choose championship reigns. You take one championship reign. For example, let's say AJ Styles 2016. If I choose AJ Styles 2016, that's the only championship reign that I will have of his and only moment that I will have of his for the rest of time. All the rest of his shit is erased. So in your mind, do you go with the greatest championship reign or do you go with your favorite? That's the choices at hand. As far as women, we're going to go for the year. For example, like he said, Rick said earlier, off 2024 Liv Morgan. You take 2024 Liv Morgan, everything else Liv Morgan has done in her career is gone. That's the only year that you stuck with. Same thing with title reigns for the men. That's the only title reign you stuck with AJ Styles. Obviously, if they're a one-time champion, it's whatever. If you want to choose somebody on the men's side that's never been a two-time champion and they've had one title reign, then you can fall back to the year. Y'all understand at home what we got going on? Y'all understand on TikTok what we got going on? Reek, you understand the rules?
Yes, sir.
Let's rock, because you going first. I went first last time. We're going to start with the women's, gang. We're going to start with the women. We're going to start with the women's. There is no time limit on this. It's just us. We just going to be breaking it down. So, Reek, who is, I guess I'll give you a minute to think. Literally. And then you're going to say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a minute. You're going to say it. And then you'll give an explanation. And we done. we done. So, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, actually. And then I'll give you 30 seconds to explain why. And then we'll move on. You know what I'm saying? And then we can debate in the end. How about that?
Yeah.
30 seconds. Women's year. Go. Well, not yet, but 30 seconds. Actually, I played the wrong thing. How about that?
All right, I think I know. Let me think of some years though. But it's like a couple ways to think about this. Because you're erasing careers essentially.
You are erasing careers. It's hard.
So it's like, if I take this, am I okay with the rest of their career not being?
That's the question at home, right? And that's the question everybody should be asking themselves at home. If you take this year, are you content with that for the rest of their career?
Can't do that one.
Is their career Hall of Fame worthy even with that 1 year or one championship reign?
I can't do that one.
Hey, Rick, your time up, brother. And I'm going to get hit the same way. So it's time to choose.
Can we choose WWE or AEW? Or does it have to be WWE?
Oh, damn, we expanded it. Expanded. AEW and WWE. Overall, matter of fact, it ain't just King and Queen of Ring. King and Queen of Wrestling. How about that? This is you. So if you want to say Tony Storm 2025 or Tony Storm 2024, I already knew the direction that we was going in.
2020, 2024, 2024.
I already knew the direction.
Because look, all right, I ain't gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell you what I was gonna do because you might end up choosing it. But I'm gonna tell you why I chose 2024 Tony Storm. Actually,
go ahead.
So I chose Tony Storm because while I liked her career before, like I liked her career up to that point, that's the best it was. And while it's still great, it might be the best it's gonna be. I was gonna say somebody else, but if I took that year, then it's erasing something that is literally one of the foundations of me being as big as a wrestling fan as I am at my age. So that's why I was like, I was gonna go here, but if I go here, then that whole story is erasing the timeline. So I have to go Tony Storm 2024. Could have gone Live 2024.
Could have gone Live 2024. And honestly, honest to God, it's not a bad thing that if you would have went Live 2024 because honestly, Live 2024 is come on, bro. If we just have that year,
it's goated.
It's goated. You know what I'm saying? So
if you take out the Rhea thing at the end of it, she really ran through a lot of stuff at the end, like from like May to November-ish. So
she did.
But what you changed me on was the Hall of Fame. It was like, are they still a Hall of Famer?
Right, but I mean that's
with that one year.
That's
exactly why I was like, all right, let me go Tony Storm.
I mean, I don't want you to drive your whole answer based off of that, but
no, for sure.
But it adds an extra layer of degree of difficulty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if it doesn't match that, then it's fine. But obviously, I feel like I'm gonna choose a hype beast answer, but it's okay because I feel like it is what it is for me. 30 seconds for me. Here we go. Wait. It makes it extra hard when you got the music because then your brain goes. I'm shuffling.
It's tough. It's definitely tough.
I'm actually not gonna choose a hype beast answer at all. And this is about to be cheating, but we never specified it. From what we've seen to this point already, give me 2025 70 Valkyrie. Give me 2025 70 Valkyrie, gang. And my reasoning is to this point, we've already seen 70 Valkyrie be a double champ in NXT. We've seen her go against Io Sky. We've seen her already do Worlds Collide. We've seen her already be very over, and we've already seen her in a Money in the Bank match. In a match where she performed excellently for the second time that day. So she's already proven herself to be a workhorse. She's already proven herself she's going to be a future world champion. In 2025, we don't know, which is why this makes this bold. But in the direction that we're going, I think 2025 Sandy Valkyrie might be one of the biggest women wrestling superstars we might ever see if they play it right. So, Reek, this side for me isn't more of a sacrifice, but it is because I'm taking $1,000 and I'm throwing it in the investment bank of 70 Valkyrie to surpass a lot of other past stars that we've had. That is my answer.
Might have sold. I might have sold. Because I just remember somebody that I could have said and it would have been perfect.
Who would you have said? Roxanne?
AJ Lee, 2013. AJ Lee 2013, because outside of that year, it was like she was a manager. Like, it's not like huge. Like, you don't have to have that. But 2013 right. AJ Lee, like, you can't tell the story. That's low-key the one that I should have thought of.
Honestly, we might both. So, because instead of me taking 2025 70 Valkyrie, 2013 AJ Lee is literally the same type of trajectory that 75 Carat
Mm-hmm.
is on 20 Survivor, except for it was already cemented.
Yeah.
So I sold as well, but
Right.
I'm still happy with my choice because I feel like the piggy bank is there.
I'm
You know
also
what I'm
happy with
saying?
mine
Right.
because mine
Now,
had one of the greatest stories of all time.
I'm not gonna cap. I did watch the story with her and Mariah May, like the YouTube video covering their whole feud, and that shit was
Mhm.
peak cinema. I'm not gonna cap. So you know, the Tony Storm glaze is welcomed. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's welcomed right now because the whole, I don't know if y'all peeping, like I've been peeping clips and like what people been putting together, but her and Mercedes at the moment are cooking. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get the
Yes, they
peep.
are.
I don't really get the peep because by the time they segments come on Wednesdays, I'm either it's either usually early or late. I
Yeah.
feel like so I'll be kind of missing it. But it's cooking, and like I said, they're at All In, right?
Yep.
Yeah, y'all, we gonna be live for All In, no cap. When is All In?
I low key would might not be in a main event. Though. I'm not gonna lie.
What exact day is All In though?
July 12th. I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's July 12th.
We will be live, y'all. I'm going to New York that next week, so AEW looked out. We gonna be live for that, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try to stay up, stay active, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put it in my calendar so I don't schedule nothing on top of it. But yeah, I was actually debating on going to Atlanta to try to catch it, but we ain't buying WWE tickets at that moment. We gonna lock in on the pod with y'all, and we're gonna save some money and lock in on the pod with y'all. But as far as the women's side, we got our picks locked. Once again, we advise y'all to tell us what you think in the comments wherever you are, TikTok, Twitter, wherever, who you would choose on the women's side. Moving on to the men's side. Now, Reek, I have to go first on the men's side. So I made you go first on the women's side. Luckily, I already got the answer in my piggy bank. I feel like, but it's way harder than what people think. There's a lot of years, man. There's a lot of men's reigns that were good. I feel like there was a lot that was trash, and there was a lot of underrated ones. There's a lot of ones that was maybe 3 months, but in them 3 months, could have been a banger. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all are at home, and let's say you chose, what's a good short title reign? I feel like, I mean, shit, any of Cena's really.
Kofi's wasn't bad leading up to Brock.
Yeah.
Because Kofi had the belt for a while. He had it from
I'm trying to remember
April
like what he
to
did,
October.
like what he did. Like
he had Dolph, KO, Randy. There was somebody else in there that he had history with, that he had a story with. But it was definitely Dolph, KO, Randy. I know those 3 for sure. There was somebody else in there. I don't think he had any other stuff with Daniel Bryan. I'm trying to think who else was on SmackDown, definitely. Maybe there was a Miz in there somewhere, but I don't think so. I know for sure it was Kevin Owens.
It was a lot, but the one that was most notable was Dolph for me. Like I feel like outside of Dolph, that's why I was like, damn, who else?
The Randy one hit because of the story behind it. Like Kofi was on a trajectory, and then Randy didn't like something, and his trajectory went back up. Right. So I like the story in that sense of like Kofi getting his get back for sure.
For sure. And you saying that I'm glad you said that name because that's a prime championship reign that you could name. And it's like, okay, cool. Now, like I said, y'all, it's subjective. It could be your favorite, or it could just be like who you feel like is the best. Y'all know me though. I'm always rock with my favorites over who's the best. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, sometimes it could be the best and it don't hit for you. Like it is what it is. Like some of them Triple H reigns, you know what I'm saying? Probably was some of the best. Like right, it was some of the best. But then again, it's like for me, might not hit. So 30 seconds again, y'all. I mean, I don't even need 30 seconds, but I'm just gonna do it just to give us some time. And I gotta make sure I finalize it in my head if this is who I really want to go with. So y'all see 30 seconds. right, y'all. I got 10 seconds remaining, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say mine. 2011 CM Punk, his championship reign in 2011. That's the one I'm gonna go with. Obviously, for a lot of reasons. For me as a kid, we already know 2010 was the age of Super Cena. Honest to God, we already knew that. There was a lot of, I mean, obviously 2015, I feel like was another Super Cena year. But I feel like when I was a kid in 2010, I feel like I didn't really see John Cena lose that much. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. And I think he just took the belt off Ray around that time too, before CM Punk got involved. My time might be
Punk
messed.
Punk won it. Punk won it and left, and then Ray won the tournament to
Right.
win the second belt. And then Cena beat him that night. And then
And
that's
then
when CM Punk came back and they hit the
they came
champion
back
versus
in.
championship.
Right. That
Yeah.
whole storyline, like everything Punk did, bro. Pipe bomb was in. Obviously we had the summer of Punk was in. It was just like, bro, that seeing that as a kid, that was the closest thing in my mind to the Attitude Era that we could get, bro. Like we literally seen somebody take a strap and go to the crib, not knowing if they was coming back or not. You know what I'm saying? This is before social media, y'all. So like, and this is also before had money to watch pay-per-view. So like, from what I seen,
for sure,
on that Monday, I saw two champions: Cena, Punk. Punk saying, "I'm taking this joint, I'm leaving." Imagine the feeling you had as a kid, not knowing what happened until that next Monday. All we saw was Punk. And then this is the era of they didn't show you what happened like they show now. Y'all kids are blessed. Now they play reels and highlights. Back then, they just showed us music and pictures. All we seen was Punk on the wall. This is how y'all know we real the OGs. All the picture was Punk on the wall like these. And then that's all we saw. And then we saw Cena come out saying he failed everybody. And we was like, damn, like, and that's the moment that brother was built. Like that's the moment, like, I'm like, oh yeah, he tough. Like you either went each direction with Punk. Either from that moment, you either hated him or you viewed that as like, oh, that's tough. I was one of them kids where I was like, I'm already with it. Plus, already being a fan of him winning those Money in the Bank matches prior in his career, I was like, oh, this is tough. Like, I can't believe this. So just my answer is based off of how it made me feel in the moment as a kid. How often I go and rewatch it, bro. I rewatched it not too long ago. Like, is it still relevant to this day? Yes, it's still relevant to this day. And could CM Punk be a Hall of Famer off just that 1 year? Maybe not, but then again, maybe so, because it solidified him. And honestly, it gave guys that title reign right there, in my opinion, gave guys like Daniel Bryan a chance in the future. Gave guys like just the B tier players they consider B tiers. That's why those guys got championships, because of that 1 year and
the indie goats.
You know what I'm saying? The indie goats.
He was a goat on the indies.
The indie goats.
They gave you a chance. Seth Rollins gave you a chance. AJ Styles gave you a chance. Daniel Bryan gave you a chance.
Hey man.
All that to be said.
I
think you sold it. I don't need no 30 seconds, no music, no nothing. You said outside of that, or if you just take the rank, are they solidified? Is their career outside of that? If you erase their career outside of that, are they still standing the test of time? And I can't believe you didn't say this. I'm taking Roman Reigns championship ring from 2020 to 2024. What is that?
Absolutely. See, now that right there, now I ain't gonna lie. That's one of them things, right? Like, the best, I was feeling it.
Yeah.
That's the best. So in my mind, like, that reign is the best of my fandom.
I agree.
Fire.
I agree.
But my favorite, that championship reign. But
see,
this stands the test of time.
I'm with you on that.
Right.
I'm with you on that. So I'm gonna tell you now why I didn't choose the one that I was gonna choose on the women's side. I didn't choose Bayley's in 2020 because she held the belt for a long time. She held the belt for a year. I didn't choose Bayley's because that would erase what she did in NXT in the 2 matches with Sasha Banks. And it would erase that story.
Right.
Can't do that because that's the match that I go back and watch probably the most out of all rest of the matches.
Right.
The second, or like the top 4 or 5 in that, is the CM Punk and John Cena one. So you saying that is not bad at all,
Right. Of
because the
course.
CM Punk John Cena Money in the Bank is one of my top 5 favorite matches of all time.
Grand
Now, the
scheme.
reason I also
Yeah.
didn't say Bianca,
Right.
is because I didn't want to erase what the rest of Bianca could do or what she did before then.
Right.
But she did have a belt for a long time too. So I'm thinking, okay, the only thing about saying Romans is it erases the Shield,
Right.
which I low-key didn't think about until just now.
Right. And but like right, like but the thing with Roman is like you erase the Shield, which is cool, but it's also not a sell because I mean a lot of the past is like
You got
why
a
he became a
4-year
tribal
reign.
chief. Right. But
Yes.
the bloodline in itself in that reign is pitiful.
Yes.
Like he could have just done that off
And
rip and would have been cool. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like,
going straight to the Hall of Fame. That's a 4-year reign.
yeah, that
That's
that
Hall of
right
Fame.
there, that's going straight to the Hall of Fame. Yes. Now, and Roman, like, also that reign, like, it brought me back to the core fandom that like it gave me the
Yeah.
nostalgic feeling of a kid. Like, yeah, I loved it, right?
Yeah.
Now, I also didn't think about what CM Punk could do because I bought future stock into Stephanie Vicaire, but Punk, obviously, the new reign that he might embark on can match what he did in 2011 only because of the future the future matchups that we could have. He could defend it against Roman. He could defend it against Seth. He could defend it against Cena if they ran it back. Cody, Randy, like you know what I'm saying. Back in the day, he didn't have all that. I mean, he did, but he didn't.
I would have said like a Daniel Bryan one, but like his first one, or not his first one, but like the one that he won as the Yes Movement. He got hurt like a month after.
Right.
Had to relinquish the belt.
But then that
Could
could
have
have
said
that would
AJ,
have
but I
erased
didn't
what you
want to
would call it though.
relinquish all exactly. I didn't want to
Swerve.
erase all their history. So I'm
Right.
like, nah. I thought about Swerve because I'm like, Swerve had a nice little reign, but
Yeah.
then I don't think he was the champion when him and Hangman had their moments, so I can't do that.
Damn, I did sell. I ain't gonna lie, because I would have chose MJF.
But like
No cap. MJF title reign was fire.
MJF's title reign is probably top 5 all time, honestly, if you think about all of like
Like to be
modern
honest,
wrestling.
and erasing things that he's doing further, it really don't matter to me because right
Yeah.
now it ain't. I don't
I
know if
mean,
he's sniffing.
that's peak AEW. Peak AEW. Like
No cap.
him and Adam Cole as tag team champions wrestling each other, then wrestling in the main event, like
Yeah,
crowd being on both
that shit was
sides,
good. That
not
shit was
knowing who was
good.
going to turn. Nobody ever really turned until they kind of fucked it up because he got hurt. But it's like up until that point, like they told that story perfectly.
Damn, that's a good reign. I actually really enjoyed that a lot. Hey
Yeah.
man,
I
that's why
mean,
this game is
Adam Cole
called.
NXT was good.
That's why it's called the Royal Sacrifice, y'all. Y'all see how many scenarios we just ran through and we could have chose, but we stuck to what we stuck
Could have
to.
done
And that's the
Seth
thing.
World Heavyweight Championship first
And
reign.
that's the thing. We know y'all are gonna be in the comments saying, "Oh, y'all, so you didn't choose this, you didn't choose that." But under a 30-second microscope, and with the rules given, and like we said, you can
Let's
either
say, what
choose
are
what
you
you
okay
want
with
or
erasing
this.
from history?
Right. What are you okay with erasing from history? Me, like I said, we choose Punk because not shortly after that, but Punk ended up leaving, doing all that stuff.
Yep.
If that's erased, whatever. But that moment right there stands the edge of time. As for Reek, him saying Roman is very valid because without that reign, bro, we might not even have WWE now today. So like we don't know. That's an example of the best. And I know Reek, he probably wasn't rocking with it all 4 years. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's a great example.
More so like the last year. The first 3 I was with it. Everything that was happening.
I'm
The
not
last
gonna lie,
year I was like, all right.
I feel like there was a couple times where I was like, see, okay, like and this is coming from y'all know top Roman Army. It could have ended with Drew.
Same story.
It could have ended with Drew, and I would have been like, damn, that's tough. I would have been fine. But you know, it is what it is. We love that, man. Great episode. We clocked in an hour and 45 minutes for y'all. A pure nonstop action. Shout out TNA, right? Stole y'all shit. Don't find me though. We
PNA.
yeah, PNA. You feel me? Made my own brand. We will see y'all next week, man. Make sure y'all follow the TikTok. Mean clips be going up. Mean traction on those. We trying to pop up as much as possible. Check out the lives. We actually did Worlds Collide on live randomly. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes y'all just
Yep,
gotta
sure did.
make sure y'all tapped in over there because sometimes we just pop up over there. And it'd be
I gotta
nice.
make sure the live notifications send out to people.
Yeah,
I guess at
it
the same
does.
time, like people
It
gotta
sends
set
it to
those.
me at least.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
So
the one time you did it, I didn't even know it didn't send me nothing. So I have to maybe it's something I gotta do.
make sure y'all tap in, man. Make sure y'all sub to the YouTube. And if you're on the Twitch, make sure you follow the Twitch. We got all kind of stuff going on over there. Gaming, etc., etc. As far as gaming, Restless Wrestling finna pop out with something. Y'all know what I'm saying. We got a lot to do. Next week, I already said, get y'all sneak peek. Next week, we gonna have our factions in here, and we gonna see which faction gonna rumble it up. I think that'd be exciting and fun. If we can't add the women to our matches, then we'll just have, we'll try to figure something out with that. We'll just use our I think we both had, what do we have? We both had shakeups that were men, right?
Yeah.
So if that don't work, if they don't let us add our women, we'll just throw our shakeups in the match and then we'll just let it ride. And it should be fun, man. It's a good reaction. That's gonna be a live reaction. We don't know how much time it's gonna take up. Could be 10, could be 20, could be 30. I don't know. We just gonna be here laughing, cackling, and watching our faction. We'll talking trash and chilling. But shout out to y'all sticking with us. Reek, anything else for the people?
Yeah. I mean, give another little shout out to my kids. Shout out to them. Some of them might be starting to listen to this. So if we see any crazy comments or anything like that, that's where it came from. But shout out to them. And then yeah, just keep in touch with everything that we doing, whether it be on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Just lock in with us. I promise you, we're gonna keep bringing out great content.
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to y'all. Reek said his piece. I said my piece. So with that being said, it's the weekend, y'all. So y'all know what y'all need to go get.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh
no. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
Hey man, make sure y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. Go have y'all some beers, kick back, relax. Restless Wrestling out. We'll catch y'all on the next.